don't know why I keep putting creamer in the coffee. I'm supposed to drink the coffee straight. See? It's little things like that. That is not... Little things like that. Good morning. Y'all would not know how many things are made. Come on, loads. Y'all making so much stuff. This is just one load. Dang. Listen. The only way to make definitive progress, you have to follow the divine pace. Washana. Kurahimina hatshinetana hadatinu. Kurahala hamoyashinefo hatsinesi. Follow that pace. Follow that. Don't be a perfectionist. Don't not be a perfectionist. Simply move slow enough that you can manifest and materialize in good form. I have to move a little slower. But slow is the flow. So the flow, you go as slow as the flow goes. Go as slow as the flow goes. They got grass. Now they could just as easy. This is why we need everybody. Just as easy. Could add something to that grass. And we all have the ability to do said things. We all possess the ability to do said things. All right? So whose fault? And that's one of the reasons that I started to make music. I wanted to do something that I specifically have full autonomy over. And that is pretty much the case with any creative endeavor. However, it's just something about sound. So yeah, a while ago, I think it was like 2021, I had just clipped a little bit of success in my business, and so I said, you know what? I don't want to continue this business. This business doesn't say anything about me other than I know how to get money a certain way, and I don't want to get money that way no more. So I made a decision that I was going to let everything go and just focus strictly on what I'm doing. And I haven't fully committed yet. And maybe today, maybe today's the day I do. I don't know. I'm trying. Working on it. Pending. I have gone the exact... Oh, here's the bus stop. I don't even know if I want to get on the bus. So, anyway, I taught myself how to play the piano by going on YouTube, and I can't remember the guy's name. It was an old white guy, British dude, who started teaching me piano, and I was just kind of like going with the flow. And like one lesson into chords. One lesson into chords. I learned my first chord progression, and I said, you know what? Now I have to learn how to use Logic. So I had some experience with Logic, because I used to make music back in the day, or I used to put projects together. I would collaborate artists and producers, engineers, and I would just EP projects. You know, I enjoy doing that. But once I learned this chord and added my own little twist to it, it was pretty much like, all right, it's like when I sold cars and you make your first big commission, you're in the car business, okay? You're in the car business, okay? One of the few businesses you can be in and take care of yourself a certain way. But anyway, as it was, I learned this chord progression, and that's what is the baseline chord progression of Only Creation. The song I keep reposting over and over and over and over and over and over again. And why do I keep... It's Blondie's fault. Blondie came to my studio in Alabama and told me when he heard the song, he said, this song could never end. Now, for someone who psychologically endeavored on this project for the sole purpose of completing something, having my godfather tell me that the song would never end made me want to finish it that much more. So when I finished the song, the first one, I was done. But then I heard it, and perhaps I heard what he was hearing, because I didn't hear it at first. Okay? And now I see what the heck happened. Okay? Not only do I have different versions because it's different versions. But I also have different versions because I was learning how to mix. But trust and believe, even if I was an expert mix engineer, it would have been different versions of this song. So anyway, we get to the point of New Sun, which is the extended version. The point is that once I learned to play the piano, and then I learned Logic, something else happened, and I went through a spiritual shell. My spirit had to save me. Okay? And to save me, in certain moments, it would send me, or I would come to hear a certain melody. And the melodies were soothing me. And so I turned those melodies that I was hearing into the stems. Okay? So there's roughly 40 or so different melodies playing. I would say about 13. 13 melodies and about 41 instruments. I have to look and see. But making the song helped me heal through some deep fear, anger, sometimes I would be making the stem. I would just get stuck making the stem. I would just be stuck listening to it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop and listen to it so I can figure this part. But I would just be listening to it. So at some point, I'll have the stems broken down on a website that you can listen to each stem individually or play it like a pad. I'll put my DJ pad online for you to emulate. So that was that, and then there was the whole transition of having to go from what I was doing, which was making almost 30 to 50K a month, and in my best month I actually did over 70K. But I went from I did that and then went to $0 a month. Okay? So of course I lost everything. Okay? That wasn't real. Okay? But I kept my computers and my drums and my keyboard, and that's all I could salvage. And over time, over the last couple of years, I've just continued to release versions as I develop my mixing abilities, and I learn to incorporate new strategies, and really I update the song so that you can have a better experience with the song and hearing more of what was intended. New Sun Hummingbird was when I got this new Sonable plugin, and I actually EQ'd the song backwards. And it didn't turn out bad, but I EQ'd it sort of inside out. So I tried to fix it with New Sun technology to make it a little more cleaner mix. And then I realized that I overcompressed a lot of the parts on some of the mix buses. See? So, not infallible. I'm just reinforcing why we have to move slow. Okay? You have to find a pace, and you have to regulate that pace. to develop and produce anything. Okay? So that's the whole idea right now, is to get in line with the golden mean. Okay? The golden rule. Okay? True pi. These are going to be your foundations to move forward creatively and soundly with respect to the universe around you. Kwashana. And that enigma is 1.618. Okay? So now that you've heard the number, you've officially been impacted. That's the zero space. Okay, you've been zero just by being exposed to hearing the number 1.618. Okay? Now you are complete. 3.236. That is true pi. If you don't believe me, you can proof it on Excel by using pi as a coefficient for a curve, and then use 3.236. And you can put both curves next to each other, and you can tell me which one you want to make your tires, or design your aircraft, or your engine parts. And that's what we do, Kwashana. And so the music, the creation, is all inspired by the golden ratio. And to be in alignment with that will allow us to produce harmonious works. Whether you're painting, building, writing, making music, playing music, dancing, driving, come to a healthy pace. Come to a healthy pace. Maneuverable speed. That's what me and Dan used to say. Maneuverable speed. Okay? All right? Be slow to anger is the lesson of the year. Mind your temper. Now, we were already told this. The caterpillar in Alice in Wonderland already told us to mind our temper. Okay, right before he turned into a butterfly. Okay? So keep game. Okay? Once you gain control of your body and you can manage yourself, you will be made new. Okay? And to all my listeners, please email me so that I can let you know about details related to the Creation Music Festival. And it'll be a very small, as small as we can make it. Okay? It's just going to be, if you want to vibe to some very, very respectful frequencies and vibrations, and you just want to be considered. Okay? Send me your email, please. I will not spam you. Okay? I don't have many disclaimers, but just to alleviate. And don't even email me if you're afraid of getting spam, please. It's just if you want to stay in touch with me about what we're doing. That's all. I am working on the last installment, Revelations. I'll re-release that video. Or maybe I won't. I'll just wait until it's a little more organized in my life. I appreciate all my supporters. The people who are behind me, pushing me forward daily, hourly. 1,000 grateful gestures. And I just, there's nothing I can say. So I try to do. And, for people who are just coming and maybe newly introduced, thank you for trusting me with your spirit, your time, your energy. Lauren said that your song continuously gives, and when she said that, it stuck with me to be very conscious that one of the prime components of when I'm developing is to continuously give to the listener. And I kind of got a strike of fortune. And I appreciate the universe for entrusting me with this message and these sounds and new sun. I appreciate the companionship that the music has afforded me, and to those that meeting and Bryce told me, he said, you'll be okay as long as you stick to the music. And it's like, man, but I really want to do business too. It's like, nope, can't do both. Because it's too serious and it means that much to me. And so, before I get more locked in, I just want to extend a grateful thank you and appreciation to everyone, and to the architects of this magnificent universe. And Washana to you all, and may the light lay a safe way for you.